Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Dash. And I want to say Shalom to you Akminakwa out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's kind of a weird one. All right, this one's titled, Being Around the Heathen Has Messed Jake's Mind Up. All right, being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. And it's not just referring to the potential Jake, all right, because who even knows with this behavior in the video, but referring to Jake as a whole, man. Jake out in the world their mind has been messed up, all right? They're all into the heathen customs and the weird shit the heathens are into, all right? And it has messed Jake's mind up. You got, I don't want to say it and be careful with it. You got girly, all right, Jakes that are men, all right. You got masculine Jakes that are women, all right. You got Jake out there doing stuff with little kids. Jake out there doing stuff with animals, right? And where did they learn all that from? That's heathenistic behavior, man. That's not how a royal priesthood should ever behave, all right. And being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. So you see it, man. You see it on the news. Jake in this ring and that ring and child, you know what, sting. And here it is, Jake. A lot of Issachar, a lot of Judah. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. All right, and they're weird. They're sickos now. You got Jake men all turned out. All right, wearing booty shorts, walking around. All right, there's a guy that comes to my work. He's not a Jake, but you never even used to see this amongst the Africans. All right, he's a Hamite, and he's this bati boy, all right, and he wears these tight ass shirts and these fucking tiny little short shorts, and he walks around, and sometimes he's got a little boyfriend with him, all right, and sometimes he doesn't. It's wild, man. And that's heathenistic behavior as well. But even amongst the Africans, that was never really a big popular thing. That was mostly big in Esau and with the Moabites, all right, and Ammonites. Okay, they like that stuff over there. Over there they got the things they call them lady boys, right, and all that different stuff. So that's Esau and Moab's culture, really. All right, it happens in Japan as well, I'm sure, Ammon, but it's mostly Moab, all right, over in those areas, all right, Bangkok and all those areas. And Jake was never like that, Jake was never like that, and it's even happened there were certain heathens that weren't big on it either, all right, even though they were heathens, they did other things wickedly, the Hamites, so-called Africans, and Ishmaelites, so-called Arabic, they were never really big on that, but now you're even seeing it in that population. Which just shows you that, it's everything is just, it's weird, man. The weirdness of the world is being amplified, all right? So this is the video I want to go ahead and show you. And it's from Black People Twitter, and they say #goonicide. Now, I guess this term, gooning, newer term to me, I guess, is when you're, gooning over a woman. Basically like simping, I guess, but it's like, it has to do with, like, excessive, like, sexual nature. All right, like I guess like getting off to a woman, like fucking gooning, like you really want to be like, I guess a man that goes on OnlyFans and pays a woman like thousands of dollars, like he would be a goon, I guess. All right, but anyway, this is from this guy Jozu. It says Ninja was so gooned out he had to kill himself. It's probably a lesson in it somewhere. And this is from Raindrops Media. It says guy allegedly took his own life today after a video of him doing a drive-through without pants was posted. All right, and I guess someone said this is some type of like bikini barista bikini place. I guess they serve you in a bikini. And anyway, it's just weird. Here you go. I'll go ahead and play it for you. I won't be able to hear it, but there's not much that's said anyway. You can go ahead and watch the video. Here you go.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
You see, watch him peel off. You'll see him peel off. And a little car that every Jake has. Was that a Mustang? But it's a Mustang or what's the other one? can't remember the other one. Both those fucking cars look the same. I don't like them. But anyway, Jake driving through a barista, a coffee shop, with his pants off. Playing with himself, man. What the fuck? Going back to the title lesson, being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. It's what the fuck kind of behavior is that, man? And some of these comments, we got this one, Starry Wolf. This was what I thought. It said, is there more to this? Because this really seems like kind of a small issue to end your life over. It says, my guess is if he's rolling through a drive-through shop, pleasuring himself without pants on, repeatedly, because they were already filming him, so they knew to be on the lookout, then maybe he's been up to other nefarious things. It's true, man. It's true. Charger. That's what it was, a Charger. This person said he left behind a wife and child, too. This guy says, the last image you have of your dad is him jerking his ding-dong in a Five Guys drive-thru. This person said it was a bikini coffee place. What the fuck kind of behavior is that, Jake? That doesn't even make any sense. You become, like the heathens. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. All right, and this is really dealing with the Egyptian, and the Hamites, right? That's who the Egyptians are, but you become you're basically like a heathen now. Isaiah 19 and 14, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. There you go. So you've become like unto the heathens, Jake. This is some weird sicko behavior, man. Let's get Jeremiah 2 and 21. Jeremiah 2 and 21. All right, because imagine, man. Just imagine what the Lord thinks, man. Just look. Ugh. Jeremiah 2 and 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine. Here it is. The Lord planted a noble vine, right? A good vine, right? It is good, healthy, tall, right? Probably grew great. Holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plan of a strange vine unto me? Here it is. He planted a good seed. All right. He planted, like it says, holy, a right seed. He planted a good seed, and he got what Jake is now out of it. Robbers, liars, thieves, gooning out, all right, cooning out, aping out, as they like to say. Being fools, man. Being complete fools. Being thugs, singing about, putting Percocets in their assholes. Yes, that's a real thing, all right? So I can't remember the exact lyric, but it's a Sexy Red lyric. Something about, he put the perk in my booty hole or something like that. Or singing about my pussy pink, my booty hole is brown. What the fuck kind of... Being around heathen has messed Jake's mind up. This shit is ridiculous. Talking about putting Percocets in your butthole. Fucking talking about what color your asshole is. We don't need to know what color your asshole is. Alright, we could probably assume that it's brown. You're brown, your asshole is probably brown. We don't have no business around your asshole. Your asshole's for shitting and that's it. That's another thing. All this anal sex is the big thing now, all right? Even in non-homosexual relationships. Guys don't even want to get down on the 1-2-1-2 no more. No, hey girl, let me fuck you on your ass. And what type of prison-ass behavior is that? What? Just Jake is gone, man. Jake is gone. Let's read some more comments. It says, I don't know why people are mad at the coffee shop. They didn't force him to commit the crime, nor did they help him self-delete. Kill himself. Don't say fucking delete. Said someone dies and then suddenly makes them beyond any criticism or blame. Well, I think the main thing is that they're posting it. And it is weird to post it. But at the end of the day, if you didn't want someone to potentially film that, you probably shouldn't have been doing it, man. It says, it boggles my mind that the offender's mother, and that's the other thing we need to get into, it boggles my mind that the offender's mother is blaming the coffee shop employees for simply trying to protect themselves from a sexual predator. It makes me really sad to think that her mindset exists. And he goes on to tell a story that we don't care about. But it says, allegedly, his mother is trying to get justice by exposing the girl who filmed it. All right. It says the barista invaded his privacy. And anyway, Jake, this is probably why he's all fucked up, is because this weird mother that he has. And, he probably don't have no dad. All right. Probably a single mother household. All right. And now Jake's mind's all fucked up. This is an update. Says the mother of Arizona man, if this is true, alleged, right? If she really did say this, says update, mother of Arizona man who committed suicide after being recorded without pants on, at a Bikini Beans drive-thru line wants justice against a woman who recorded him and posted it. This bitch went up to my son's car, invaded his privacy. Her thing says, this is the blank, I guess probably bitch, that went up to my son's car and recorded this fucking, I'm guessing, video that caused him to take his life. She invaded his privacy by going up to his car. Please share this picture of this bitch so that we can make her pay. Justice for Nautica, baby boy. Your mom is fighting for you. I'm not going to rest until you have peace. Love you, my son. Gone way too soon. Let's make this girl pay. Please, everyone, share this picture with all your friends on every social media platform. Thank you so much in advance for your help. But your son was beating his goddamn meat, all right, to her in a bikini barista place. I don't know if you know this or not, but your son drove through a drive-thru with his goddamn dick in his hand, stroking it off with no pants on, and a drive-thru. I'm just saying it as vulgar as possible so you can put this through your demented head. Your son was beating his dick in the drive-thru, man. Do you not get that? Can you not get that? Like, justice for him. What? You're not going to say anything about this weird-ass behavior? Do you not think that maybe if he was beating his dick at a drive-thru, he was probably had other fucking health issues that he was going through? Perhaps. Maybe. Just maybe. Jake is gone, man. Barista invaded his privacy. Anyway, I got to run up in here. I'm going to come back for part 2, Lord willing. I'll be back with you in just a minute, Lord willing. Shalom until then. All right, shalom, we're back. So, yeah, man, I want to go grab a scripture here. Let's go ahead and get Jeremiah 10:2. Let's get it. It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And that's the other thing, man. The heathen has good reason to be afraid of the signs, the signs of the times. But Jake really just doesn't want to leave this place. That's what it is at the end of the day. And they're getting worried at the end. And they know, they know. All right, deep down in their heart, they know that it's going to be bad. Okay? And they wanted to stay out and continue doing what they wanted to do. All right, they didn't want to change. They wanted to be just like the heathen and go and do weird shit. All right, so now terrible things are going to happen to them, man. And we were instructed by the Lord on multiple occasions to not learn the way of the heathen, to not to even be around them like that. All right, back when we, of course, had the option. All right, of course, now we're scattered amongst the heathen, so we don't really have much of that choice. But yeah, man, and Jake just, wants to do it anyway. And you got Buddhist Jakes, you got Hindu Jake. Yeah, it's weird, man. Just learn all the way of the heathen, doing the weird, sick shit that they do, learning their religions. It's ridiculous. And Jake is gonna get a what's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? Not an equal, but a fitting, all right, a fitting reward for what they have done, all right, and it's going to be an evil thing, all right. So let's go ahead and get what is the scripture I'm thinking of? Came to mind. Reward. Here it is. This is Revelation 22:12. It says, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. It says, so that's pretty much it. And then it goes on in 13. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. In verse 14, it says, blessed are they that do his commandments, and that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. So there you go. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. And, Jake just wants to stay in this place. And everything's in, this is new. When it's highlighted like this, it means it's a new comment that's been added since the last time I looked at it. And it says, saw someone, this is by Laker Blue, it says, saw someone unironically say that on Twitter, said she should have just gotten him his food and not peered into his property and then called the authorities afterward. Shaking my head, like, sorry she has eyes. It would be hard to not notice someone pantless in the drive-thru, especially since this was, at minimum, his second time doing it. All right. This person said, ma'am, your time was to help him while he was on Earth, which you failed to do. It says, well, she named him Nautica. She likely failed him before he was born. And that's true, man. Not to get on the dead or anything like that, but Jake, you got to stop with those dumbass names. Name your kid Nautica. All right, this is my kid. His name is Steamboat. What are you going to name your kid? Some weird stuff. Yes, this is my son here. His name is Cedar. All right, and this is my daughter over here. All right, her name is Plantation. Come here, Plantation Jackson. It's ridiculous, man. I won't be surprised if there's someone is out there named Plantation or Plantasia. All right, or Fantasia. I know there's Fantasias for sure. All right. Jake just had all sorts of dumb names. Anyway, let's get let's see what else we got here in the comments, and then we'll grab, because I only got 2 more scriptures, and then we're going to close out. It says let's see. Let's see. That's true. This Princess Plastinilla says he was jerking off and exposing himself to a drive-through female employees, and you don't know if they have husbands. All right, so if so, that's a form of adultery, right? It says probably not the first time he did that, since she was ready to film him because nobody believes women unless you have proof and evidence. And she's on this fucking Women's Suffrage Act bullshit. It says, well, here it is. He was a menace. It says, and what she says down here does have a point. It says, it's sexual harassment, and depending on the incident, can be sexual assault, too. I wouldn't say it's assault. I mean, I would say it's harassment. It says, especially if they jerk off onto you in public, like that one video that all the brothers know, he fucking nutted on my leg. Not a funny situation, but the way she said it was fucking ridiculous. It says, anyway, he got caught and couldn't handle the shame. That's it. He was already unwell. I agree with that. He was already unwell. If you got to that point where you're that low, where you're whacking off in a drive-through window, it's you got some other shit going on. I wouldn't say that's the pinnacle of what you got. You probably got some mental shit going on, and then the rest of it's just feminism, and we're not gonna read it. But yeah, says wasn't this in the fake commercials for Atlanta? It said, what else do we got? It says rest in peace, weirdo. It said goon too soon. See people mocking him and shit. It says that's the Dodge Charger guy from Atlanta. Oh, I guess this is another thing of him. And they got it blurred, but I don't. That doesn't necessarily look like the. This guy looks like a little bit more of a dark-skinned dude, but apparently there's some weird shit going on in Atlanta. All right. This person said nobody in this thread knows the difference between a Challenger and a Charger, which is probably a good thing, I guess. So, let me see. One less weirdo in this world. This person says, I genuinely wish I could know what the fuck he was thinking. I imagine there was a fuck ton of time between him arriving and taking off his pants where he could have thought, maybe this isn't a good idea. It's just... Jake is bugged out, man. So this is Psalm 106. Let's go and get it. Psalm 106 and 35 down through 36. All right, talking about Jake. All right, when they shouldn't have been. You can go and read up. Jake shouldn't have been around the heathen anyhow. But again, with the disobedience, all right, it says in verse 35, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. And then it says, and sacrificed their daughters unto devils. And it goes on to just talking about all the different things that Jake has done when they were instructed, don't go around these people. Of course, now we're in a different situation when we're mingled among them, but we're still not supposed to be just hanging around them like that and learning their ways. All right, we're supposed to be learning the Most High's ways. All right, we're supposed to do the work and the will of the Father, not what the heathens want. All right, and the heathens want everybody to be a bunch of weirdos, man. This is what that's what this rampant amount of pornography and sexual perversion has done to the mind of Jake. It's turned him into like an over sexualized goon. All right, where they've become an over sexualized goon that they can't think about anything other than sex. It's completely messed their mind up. Hence the title of the lesson, being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up, and that whole pornography originated more than likely from some heathen nation. All right, more than likely. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm curious. Let's see. If we look up who invented, I'm curious, who invented pornography? Who invented it? No person invented pornography, but who popularized it? Reuben Sturman. In 1960, Sturman began selling magazines with sexual content. His business started as a comic book store, but he discovered he could make more money selling sexually explicit magazine. And then Al Goldstein was a publisher. There you go. And look at this. Reuben Sturman, the son of immigrant Russian Jews. And then you don't have to look up Al Goldstein. So there you go. It all goes back to those people that wear the very tiny hats. All right. And of course, who else but them to go and do those things. Oh, and got one more here, Leviticus 18:3. Oh, already had it up. So again, this place being spiritual Sodom and Egypt. This is Leviticus 18:3. Verse 2, actually, Leviticus 18:2-3 says, speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, I am the Lord your power. After the doings of the land of Egypt wherein ye dwelt shall ye not do. Just because we're in spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt now, just because we're here doesn't mean that we should do after the doings that are done, right? It says, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances, to walk therein. I am the Lord your power. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. There you go. So we're not, well, would they do it so I can do it? No, it doesn't mean that. Just because someone else does it doesn't mean you can do it too. Being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. And that's it, man. This is some weird shit. And I know it's kind of a weird topic. Hence is the nation, hence is the nature of a lesson like this. And I was like, should I even be making this lesson? But I think it needs to come out. And, it's gross. Yeah, there's a lot of, weird, uncomfortable shit said. Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, being around the heathen has messed Jake's mind up. There's no incident where you should ever go through, grabbing your shit in a drive-thru, male or female. It's just weird. It's just weird, and it doesn't even sound like something somebody would even do. But here we are, 2025, and apparently this is a thing that's happening now. So, hey, man, we're going to see a lot more people losing their mind and then just bugging out and doing weird shit. And with that, a lot more people being led to their death by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, hey, and Lord willing, we're protected by the Lord, and we make it out of here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makak Dash. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to say shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of this weird-ass place. We got to go. Lord willing, as the elect. Until next one, Lord willing, shalom.